K-pop sensation BTS tops the Billboard 200 chart. Our President-elect Bongbong Marcos will take the helm of the Agriculture Department. Quote, at least for now, he made the announcement this afternoon in a briefing at his headquarters in Mandaluyong City. Marcos says, quote, we're going back to basics and we will rebuild the value chain of agriculture, unquote. He adds there are many priorities when it comes to agriculture, particularly increasing production. Our Rex Amici will join us later on in the program for more details. Now, moving on first, the day after her historic oath-taking as the country's next vice president, Sara Duterte thanked employees and constituents at the Davao City Hall for their support, especially when she decided to run for vice president. The outgoing Davao City Mayor for the last time led the flag-raising ceremony earlier today at City Hall.
It has been an eventful 6 years. The city experienced both triumphs and tough times. And through it all, the local government never faltered. And this is all because of you and your hard work.
Sara Duterte still has scheduled meetings with department heads and other activities at City Hall this week. She will officially take office as vice president on June 30th at noon. Duterte will be the third woman and the third Mindanaoan to sit in the country's second highest post. And just like her father, President Rodrigo Duterte, it appears she will fly back and forth from Manila to Davao City if necessary in the next 6 years.
Depende sa kailangan at demands ng activities and ng trabaho. But yes, I will be living in Davao City but working in Metro Manila.
This weekend, the Vice President-elect, who will also serve as Education Secretary, will return to Manila to meet with outgoing DepEd Chief Leonor Briones. Now, as the nation witnessed Sara Duterte take her oath as the country's 15th Vice President on Sunday, she reiterated her election campaign for national unity. But her inaugural speech, which she said she wrote herself, also reflected some very personal issues, including her relationship with her father. That and other highlights from senior correspondent David Santos.
The voice of 32.2 million Filipinos was loud and clear. I am now the Vice President-elect.
Sara Duterte speaking after being sworn in 2 weeks earlier than President-elect and running mate Bongbong Marcos. Her parents, outgoing President Rodrigo Duterte and Elizabeth Zimmerman, standing witness as she is administered the oath of office.
My life is a testament to the power of a God.
She earlier attended Mass at the San Pedro Cathedral with husband Mans Carpio on her side. Her foray into politics, from Davao City Vice Mayor to becoming the nation's Vice President, she attributes to divine intervention.
There is a God whose will transcends the desires of our hearts, one whose will directs us to the way that we might not have imagined.
The father-daughter, having not spoken for almost a year now, shared a public hug, drawing cheers from the crowd.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers who make sure that another person is given the best of everything.
She later spoke about the many complex issues children face today, including some that may be close to her own personal experience.
The trauma of broken families, the lifelong baggage because of irresponsible and bad parenting, the abandonment issues due to an absentee parent.
Before the inaugural events, she joined her immediate family for a pictorial. President Duterte and her elder brother, Paulo, were not present. Still, her inauguration was unlike any other. The ceremony was held amid a backdrop of a pandemic. There's also the high level of security, since this was the first time ever Mindanao hosted one of the nation's most traditional political events. About 600 VIPs attended the event, including national and local officials and members of the diplomatic community.
We know that she will bring her brand of leadership of Davao City to the country.
Kung di siya nag-withdraw, di sana presidente siya. Pero kumbaga, panahon.
Since the inauguration was merely ceremonial,